Hey, good evening, everyone. This will be a video log for August 2nd, 2025. It was a Saturday. It was actually really solid day all around. So I had woken up pretty early in the morning, pretty early, because I wanted to play some VR before I had to go to work. So I woke up around like 8 o'clock and was like, I'm going to go hang out with Corey. And Corey was out cold, so I was like, okay, not hanging out with Corey. So he had been like talking about getting me like some birthday breakfast, and then it was just like sorry, my arm is itchy. He was been talking about getting me some birthday breakfast, and I was like, yeah, we'll get it tomorrow, man. Not today. So I was like, okay, whatever. So I took his VR out of his room because he's asleep, obviously, and then I actually didn't set any goals for the day, so blank. So yeah. Yeah, took his VR out of the room and played it in the kitchen. So we have like a big open space if we move the island out. And literally my only complaint with that, dude, is that the floor is like ceramic, like tile, or like, I think it's called linoleum. I think that's what it's called. Yeah, alright, bro. It's linoleum. So like standing on Corey's carpet and like playing the VR, my feet are like just chilling, like it's carpet. Standing on the kitchen, dude, I'm like sitting there, like my feet kind of hurt, low key. Like I need to start wearing my shoes when I do it or something. Like it kind of hurts, dude. And so yeah, played that for like 45 minutes, like till I got a headache or whatever. And then after that, came upstairs, played some Revolution Idol. Ava woke up at 9:30, and then got ready to go to Panda Express. And then Ava needed to go bring her mom to a job screening thing at the Desert Industries in town. And then yeah, so I went and picked up my Panda Express before it came back, had a little bit of time to play, and then headed off to work. As I was going out to my car, Ava pulled up after dropping her mom back off, so I got to like actually say goodbye to her. That was pretty cool. And yeah, headed out to work. It was dead, like dead all day long, dead, dude. It was kind of crazy. So for the first hour I probably had nothing. And then the next hour, I had 1 table and 3 phone calls. The next hour, 2 phone calls. The next hour, nothing. The next hour, 6 phone calls. And then it kind of like picked up from there. When Casson got to work, I was like, dude, I've had 2 tables all day. Like, 11 to 4, 2 tables. And I was just like sitting there just like, this is literally a recession. Like, this is how a recession feels. Business is open. No money is being brought in. Like, just no one's buying stuff. And I was like, this is like the most recessionary sign possible, is like businesses not having people in them. That is the biggest sign of recession possible. I was like, that's pretty not good, dude. Pretty not good for the economy. But yeah, and even in the evening it was still decently so. We had like one moment where it was like alright. Right? Bro's on the move. Yeah, he's repositioned to pass back out. But it was just like, it was so boring. And so we were still training Toby, so Toby was picking it up super quick. She was super good about it. And I was like, she was taking phone calls just fine. She took a table on her own. There were some regulars. And then, yeah, I think she literally had like 1 receipt by the end of the night. Like, it was dead, dude. No big tables, dead. And it was so boring. I was like, this is actually insane to me how boring it is. And, yeah, that was pretty much it, dude. I was like, after work, came home. What did we do after we came home? Yeah, after work, came home, it was Saturday, so it was 11. I went just right about straight to bed, honestly. I was like, I went right about straight to bed. I'm like, I was so tired of being awake, and like work was so boring, didn't make any money. Came home and passed out. It was really nice. So yeah, the Panda Express lasted me all day, dude. It was pretty good. And then I got some cheesecake for dessert. That was pretty bussin'. And yeah, do I have a daily thought that I wanted to share? Dude, languages are so crazy. Languages are insane. I was watching a video because it was so dead at work about this dude who was like guessing what language people were speaking just based on hearing it. And so one of the things we do is like, yeah, can you count to 10 for me? Tell me what is your favorite, like, dog breed. Tell me what's your favorite kind of flower, and describe the colors of it, right? And so it's like looking for these buzzwords and like these certain intonations and things. And he's like nailing them, dude. Like just absolutely nailing languages. It was so impressive. Every single one of them. Like, I remember when my little brother was, we were reading like through the National Guard stuff. And one of the jobs was like cryptologic linguist. And so what a cryptologic linguist is like language cracking, basically. Like you can see a string of words and understand there is a language here. And like kind of just like through general information, knowledge of how languages form, decipher the meaning of the text with no background knowledge. And so he was talking like the test for that is there's a computer simulation that will just make up a language, like a completely new language. It will follow the rules of the language, but you have to say what words mean. Like you have to literally look at it, read it, listen to it, and sit there and figure out what certain words mean with no context. And he was like, that is cryptological. That is a cryptologic linguist. He's like, that is the code cracker. That is the encoded transmission comes in. He listens to it and goes, yeah, they're saying they have airships here. And so it's like the concept of, even if you speak German and change the words, it's like the words mean something different now. So someone who doesn't know German can hear it and go, in the context of what we're actually like trying to listen to, this is what this means. That's a cryptologic language. It was so cool. Like it was one of the jobs that took like the longest, because like there's a lot that has to go into like brain training, right? And I was like listening to this dude do it, and he had learned through music. Like he was a teacher at a university for like international music, and basically it was just like, yeah, all this stuff. Like he was talking about tons of different languages. It was really, really, really cool. And every time someone spoke one of the languages, I literally was just like, I could hear that there was language there. And even without subtitles, like, I know they're saying something. And it doesn't just sound like gibberish, right? Because I feel like the intention of the language is so clear, even without the knowledge of the language, like what they're actually saying, you know? So, yeah, just wanted to share that. I think languages are the coolest thing. I hope to be multilingual one day. I think languages, once you have the basis of the language, figuring out the rest to become like conversational is not as difficult as people make it seem. It's just upkeep that's the hard part, like continually using the language personally. So yeah, just wanted to share that daily thought, and that's pretty much it. I hope you all had a wonderful Saturday. I know I did. It was super boring, but it was nice. So yeah, I'll see y'all tomorrow. Peace.